Thank you, Maulana. Thank you, Maulana Marian Paul Jong, the Undersecretary, the Ministry of Petroleum, my dear engineers, John Kenyi Sasa, Director General of Roads and Bridges, Engineer George Duku, Agri, Director for Roads for Bridges, Engineer Malek Thornballo, Managing Director of Projects in the Ministry of Roads and Bridges, not forgetting Engineer Warele, Kenyatta Benjamin Warele, Executive Director of South Sudan Road Authority, my senior engineers, the Ministry of Roads and Bridges, the Managing Director and body of a MOOC company, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me extend my apology for coming late. It was because of engagement and issues beyond my control. I delegated earlier my Director General for Roads and Bridges to come and represent me. But before you started this program, we were in direct communication, and they have convinced me that I should come. And the reason they said the organization of the function and the attendance is beyond their capacity. So I had to leave certain engagement and function behind, and I agree with them that I must come because this function is part of our endeavor to promote roads and bridges industry in the country. And as we are forging our way, we need to come together to promote the first requirement of any company. Any viable company begins with human capital, and I'm here not only to attend the presentation or planning, but to share with you the experiences you have in the field of engineering, especially the road engineering. Before I present my short remarks, let me also convey to you the greetings of the leadership, the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, who is the patron of roads construction in the country. As a policy direction, he has produced 6 years ago that roads must be transformed into the modern asphalt road, because we have been constructing gravel roads. We all know in South Sudan we didn't have any constructed roads. There was just community access being done at this time, this particular time of the year, October and November, where the youth are mobilized to open up roads, and by then we had few lorries to drive on those roads during the dry season. And our administrative boundaries is actually a representation of community work on roads. Wherever you stop, this is your territory. So those boundaries were transformed into political and administrative. So the struggle of the people of South Sudan was mainly for freedom, to be free. And we have achieved it. We have our independence since the 9th of July 2011. Another objective is to achieve justice. Justice to achieve justice. Justice for ourselves, for our neighbors, for the region, the world at large. The third objective is prosperity, so that our people live like any citizens in the world, free citizens, enjoy justice and prosperity. And this building can speak for itself. If we go back 2005, where we start our journey of hospitality on hotel industry, it was under the mango trees, and then tents, then prefab. Now, I think if it can speak, it can tell us a lot, this place where we are. It is our quest for prosperity. So the same is in road industry, that we started from nothing to gravel roads. We use them during the dry season, and then now we are moving to asphalt roads. To achieve that, we must also plan and build our institutions. And today I'm happy to be here and attend a function being organized by a MOOC company. This shows us our national companies are also moving to cope up with modernity and transformation. Because if we go back, you will find something like a briefcase company moving in the corridors of ministries, looking for single sourcing and favor from a friend or a relative or whatever. But today, it is opposite. It's me, the minister, who is looking for a company, competent company, in its own office or wherever they are. This is a great move and achievement that we are doing. Formulation of roads, as I've said, is tasked to institutions, and those institutions are established according to the levels of government in the Republic of South Sudan. So the responsibility of roads are attached to national level, state level, and local government level. Then you have the municipality or city mayor urban roads, of which we have started here in Juba, and we are moving closely to other state capitals. So roads are in 3 categories, and we are adding number 4. The state roads are always roads which are linking the Republic of South Sudan to its 6 neighbors. The country is gifted with a very strategic geographical and global location. This is one of the gifts from God we enjoy here in South Sudan, the heart of Africa. It's not our making, but we got ourselves in this land. And I'm not predicting negatively on some of our neighbors, but as we are moving, we are being called a landlocked country. We in the Ministry of Roads and myself have been challenging that statement. Yes, it could be right, but in the actual fact, we are a land-linked country. We link the West Africa with East Africa, Southern Africa, and North Africa. This is the reality of South Sudan, and you cannot buy this location. You cannot go and buy it for yourself. As we are moving with our roads, the national roads, trunk roads, and interstate highway, this is the responsibility of the national ministry. We have the state roads, mostly the roads connecting the capital of a state to the county, and then the rest of roads are rural roads or feeder roads which connects Payam level with Buma and to the rest. The experience of urban roads, this is what we are experiencing here in Juba. It may be seen to be defeated with certain behaviors of ourselves as citizens. As you can see, the asphalt roads in Juba, these are very expensive facilities and need to be taken care of. The sense of ownership and responsibility is the one missing on our roads in Juba. But otherwise, I can challenge the quality of roads our engineers are doing is a pride for all of us. We are using the best bitumen which they have recommended. We are using aggregates. You know, 1 tip of aggregate is not less than 1,000 USD. Leave alone, you put it on the road from here to board. What do you imagine about the cost? But we in the Ministry of Roads, we are not building just roads. We are paying the compensation of our martyrs and the veterans who are alive to see why we lost so many lives to achieve our independence, is that we must work to create prosperity. Because when we go outside, we are shocked. Those countries were built by their citizens. So I congratulate Amuk for organizing this function. It is just the beginning. As part of our planning, we share responsibilities. And we are pushing all the companies to follow this step. You call in not only engineers or officials from roads and bridges, but will be extended to Engineering Council of South Sudan. And universities like University of Juba, they have a School of Engineering. And even in the market, you have professional consultants. They can also come on board to look at what we are presenting. And later on, we can invite from the region. This is the move we are encouraging to build a strong institution of planning and implementation. I'm not going to take you long because the journey is too long. We just imagine our target is to achieve 126,000 kilometers. 126,000 kilometers. It's a long journey, but we are starting maybe with 10,000 major roads, and then we move. This is our planning to cover even more than 126,000 asphalt roads and engineered gravel roads, because the country is so big and connected to the region. That's why you hear that we have N1. National N is from word N, national. From the border with Uganda to the border with Sudan. It connects all the state capital falling in eastern part of the River Nile. Then we have N2 from the border with Kenya, through Kapoita, Torit, Juba, Mundri, Mvolo, Rumbek, Toy, Wow, Mijok, Gogrial, Abiy. That's from the border of Kenya to the border of Sudan, because among the 6 countries, Sudan have the longest border line with South Sudan, over 2,000 kilometers, maybe followed by Central Africa, and then DRC, followed by Ethiopia, Sudan, followed by Ethiopia, and then Central Africa, DRC, Uganda, and the last is Kenya. So, congratulations to a MOOC company, and one of the elements which energize us in the Ministry of Roads and Bridges are the steps taken by a MOOC. Professionalism is there, patience is there, planning until they reach the target. We have a policy direction to encourage national companies. We may have different opinion because we sometimes take individually that this person, but we are forgetting the long journey of our liberation. We never use any mercenaries to liberate this country. It's we ourselves. And where are we now? We are a dependent country. It is the same phase of liberation, which I call phase 2, development, which is the most difficult than the physical war. Because with physical war, you can see during the war, you have your guns, and either you defeat the enemy or you are defeated and you reorganize yourself, and that is. But to build this building, it takes years and a lot of resources. It is the same with building roads. If I can say the cost per kilometer may reach 1 million or even more than 1 million. And as I said, we are not shying away because some statements are being released from here and there. That's in the region. We know the region where they have started. I'm not discrediting their achievement, but also the issues related to quality. Because I'm sure what I'm saying, my engineers, while you are doing your roads, there's no any betrayal. No layer is missing. No cutting of shoulders. This is the spirit of patriotism. Because when building roads, a lot of things can happen if you are unpatriotic. And the road itself can tell you just in 1 year what happened. Potholes and a lot of things are happening. So with this planning and consultancy, I'm sure you will reach there and one day you will enjoy good work as an international company in the region or elsewhere being hired to build roads. I remember in 2012, some of our former colleagues in the Sudan, they were wondering why your roads are so stable. And even one of them told me that you can even take your tea while you are driving. What is happening? So that we just plan and use the God-gifted mountains to create aggregates so that we have strong stone-based layers so that you put the black top. And not only black, you must have a good quality of bitumen. So, congratulations once again. We encourage you to do more because planning is the most difficult part of every work. If you plan well, you will implement well, and you will have a very excellent product where people are proud of what you have achieved for your company and for your nation. We have the experience of other companies. Just take ABMC, it is transformed into ARC. You can see how many engineers, how many workers, and you go back to the history, how many equipment. Now we have liberated ourselves from construction of bridges, the small bridges. ARC is partnering with Thai group, and we are encouraging some Chinese to come in, and whoever is ready to join the road industry. It is the same experience. So very soon, as we were just taught by Maulana about the word itself, I think you are being cared for. So you will be there very soon with a very strong physical energy to take the burden, because that road you are taking is going to be classified very soon as N3 from Mijok, Nasser, Olang, Baliet, Malakal, Pinga, Parian, Bentiu, Mijok, Urok, Ogrial, Awil, and it goes up to Raya to connect Ethiopia with Central Africa. That means the Horn of Africa and the West Africa. Definitely, in this long journey, South Sudan will be very strategic. Commodities coming from Douala through Douala, it is the same distance from Douala in Cameroon to Djibouti. You will find yourself, you are in South Sudan. So whether airports or whatever, things will change. We are now leaning, depending on our neighbors, but as we move along, the benefits will dictate what benefits you are getting. So let me conclude here by declaring this workshop is open, and I wish you a very excellent and nice deliberation and conclusion. Thank you.